been trying to learn to fly this RJ85, 100 and whatever the other one is. And we are going to fly it from Landvetter, Gothenburg to not Bromma, but Arlanda, Stockholm. This particular aircraft would or did fly between Landvetter and Bromma. However, this sim is still too laggy, so if we tried to land at Bromma, we would get so much stutter that we couldn't land because of the complexity of the RJ, probably. Also, I have downloaded this aircraft. Let's plan the flight. So we are going from Gothenburg to Stockholm. And we will not do VFR, and we will not cruise at 35. That's the limit of this aircraft. And let's not do the limit. Let's do 250. Sounds good. Yeah, got rid of the nasty triangle there. Runway 30. We will do, I think, that. No, that's Laban, or no, Lukacs. Let's do Laban. Laban is fine. Then we'll switch to IFR, of course. We will do IFR and arrival. We will look at the arrival. I've had some problems with this via LTOC, and we will land at runway 26, so somewhere around this way, runway 26, yeah. So we'll do that procedure, and we will use approach ILS 26. Let's see how that looks. So I think we are good here. Yeah. That looks nice, that looks nice, that looks nice. And I'm thinking we don't need any extra waypoints on the way. Let's see what it says. If we find route, Pelit, Torva, Ars. Let's use Ars just for the fun of it. And then we go LTOC. That's good. So we have a flight plan. That looks pretty good. Now we can only send this to ATC. We can't send it to the avionics because it won't load. We have to load it manually anyway. Let's check this. So airport parking, ground. We are, I think we have a speed restriction. So Laban, this is the way we're going. And I can't see, yeah, max 210. GG403, max 23 GG407. We don't have any speed restrictions for Laban. Let's check our ILS, our star for ground chart. Let's see. So we will be coming from Eltuk. Will we? Yeah. We'll go Eltuk, yeah, okay. So Eltuk, we need to be at above flight level 10 or about 10,000 feet, above 8,000 feet. So we'll put ourselves at 10. We'll put ourselves as 8. We'll put ourselves at 5, and here we have speed restriction for 230. And I will go and capture the glide for max 200. So I will forget all about this and have to check it over and over and over again. But it's part of the fun. Let's check our ILS. We have a Cat 1 330 and 200. We need to be at 2,500. Max 200, yeah, above 2,500, above 2,500. Minimum 160. That's until D as well. Oh, I will probably violate this one. 0.1 for the ILS and 250 degrees. Okay. Right. Okay. I think we are done. So this aircraft is definitely a two-pilot deal, and the workload is, well, compared to a Airbus or something, is off the charts, and thus this flight I don't think we will use ATC at all, because I can't handle that, and I don't want the AI to handle it for me, because it's stupid, frankly. So we'll just, and I have also, the only thing we have live is live weather. I've turned off AI traffic. I've turned off, well, everything that has to do with online except live weather, because I kind of liked it. So we got as little distraction as possible, and we'll just fly the aircraft as if we were the only people alive, and the passengers, of course. And I'm hoping that everything will be working. Let's turn that thing off. So this is the aircraft we will be flying. The RJ85 from Flyg with the Bratens Airlines livery. And this aircraft, I think, is the aircraft that they have modeled this aircraft from, or this aircraft series from, and I have actually flown as a passenger on this particular aircraft. That's kind of cool. My mother used to work in Stockholm and commute with this aircraft also. Okay, I will take my big old keyboard with 2 keys missing and start rummaging around the cockpit. We'll need a checklist because you don't do this without checklist, that's for sure. First, let's set things here. We will use realistic for boarding and realistic for refueling. There is no reason not to have that because this will take time anyway. We don't have enough fuel for this flight, so we'll do 0 fuel weight, 30. 1, 2, no, not 30. 3, 0, 0, 0, 0. 30,000. Enter fuel weight and 5,000. 1, 3 should be enough, and let's do like 31 passengers. Oh. Okay. This should calculate 31. This is 1, 3, 0, 0, 0, 0. You have to be patient when using this on Xbox. Total fuel weight 5, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's leave it at that for now. Okay. First things first, battery 1 and 2 on. That's how far I get into this checklist before I forget it. Yeah, so landing gear lever is down. Okay, I will skip a lot of controlling steps because otherwise we will sit here forever. Weather radar. So we'll set that at standby, and max up because we don't want to microwave the ground crew. Transponder is at standby, I know that. Air brakes are in. Yes. Flaps are 0, agreeing with 0. Nav lights. On. Now battery 1 and 2, so there's the first mistake. Okay. Brakes. Yeah, master switches on, and that's these things here. 1, 2, whoops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And today is a 2-4, so it's an even day, so we use the FGC number 2. Ground ignition. And we will use both because it's cold outside, and we'll do the cold start. Anti-skid and lift spoilers on. Lift spoilers yellow and green on. Bus tie. Yes, they are set to auto. Standby inverter. Oops, it's these small buttons down here. Everything is confirm the standby inverter switch is set to arm. The emergency AC is off. Yes, standby generator arm. Generators 1 and 4 are set to off. Reset. Yes, that's these two here. Generator 1 and 4 is off. Galley shed, we need power to the galley. APU generator is on. 2 clicks for that. Engine fire handles all in. Do not accidentally press those. So it's a even day, so the fire loop is set to loop B. Ground test. We don't do the ground test because it will take all morning. External AC. We don't do that today. 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 What we did forget to do is check our battery. So battery 1, battery 2, above 20. That's good. We will start with the APU. That's the small jet engine in the back of the aircraft that gives us electrics. AC, air into the aircraft, and air for starting the engines. And all sorts of good stuff. Left inner pump on. That's this little bugger here. Low pressure, yes, because we don't have any pressure. APU air is off. APU valve not shut, annunciator out. That's not lighting. Yep. APU start stop, and now we will go through this sequence, and the thing will starting to be alive. We have all these lights that we're going through. Low pressure, fuel available, out, lit. Okay. Landing gear 3. Whoa, where did the arrow go? Landing gear 3 down. 3 green. Forget what that was. Yeah. So. Okay. A little bit too bright. Let's change the brightness. And then we'll start the IRS alignment. It's down, whoa, down here. And I'm driving us with the keyboard here. So align, and then the alignment will start. Okay. And we'll start doing the flight management, programming the route and so on. But first, we'll get fuel and people on board. Start refueling and start boarding. Close this for a while and concentrate on this little thing here. Yes. Let's go here. Okay. Duck. Hello. Duck. Duck. Position initiation. So for the Xbox, the nav data is out of range. I don't know why, but hey, who cares? So we'll keep clear. So we'll click to copy this, the last position, and put it in here. Tell the aircraft where we are. And now let's plan the route. So we are going from ESGG, Lambetter. We are going to ESSA is Arlanda, if I'm correctly remembering this. We'll need our flight plan. So ESSA Arlanda, yes. So okay, we are flying via direct to en route waypoint. That's so. That so. And then we go directly to Pelit. Delete. And we have to go to next to get the next line. Torva. V-A. Then two R's. V-R-A-R-S. And we are going via the VOR. Okay. And then we do departure arrival, so we do the departure. We are going to do LABA 3M via runway 3, LABA 3M, transition none. Okay. See if we got that in there. Yes. And then we might as well put in the arrival. So we are going ILS 26. We are going via L23V. Here we go. Activate. Sec. So here we have our route. Are there any I'm checking for discontinuities, but there aren't any. That's good. Makes my work easier. We had a zero fuel weight of 30,000, so 30.0. We will have reserve 0.9. Cruise level. Anticipated flight level 250, and that's everything we need to do there. Yep. What more we need to do that? Pretty done there. Okay, so legs. There we have it. Okay. The clock isn't clocking. We'll set that later on. Or we can set it now. It's 10:51. One over here too. Right. Now when we've done this, we can turn on the APU air. I think people are a bit unhappy about the air in the back. Should have turned that on before. Set both IRR switches to on. Whoop. Well, they're hidden around back here. We can remove this one. On. Hmm. Hmm. If it's master switch. Whoop. That's this one here. We turn on these things. These things. As required, we leave that as it is. Yes, overhead annunciator is tested. So we have a test button to see that everything is lighting up properly. Yep. Cabin emergency lights arm. Yep. We won't do that. Ground press. Air conditioning as required. So we'll do pack 2 because it's an even day. Hydraulic content. So this is, we do have in the yellow system we have just about 2. We need just about 2.5. So we'll pump some more air into that until we get 3. Then we can turn it off again. Whoops. Switch on the DC pump, yes, and confirm the yellow brake pressure increase. We did that. AC pump and fuse. Switch on the AC pump and confirm the yellow system pressures. Let's do it like this. 8. So we can see what we are doing. Switch on the AC pump. Love the 90s music in the background here. Switch on the AC pump. And the PTU. PTU. Green system is going up. Happy with that. Trust levers. We do the config check. Should get a warning. Yeah, we do. Everybody's happy. Manual electric trims. We'll just check our trims for the elevator trim. So we have the indicator here. This is see how that jumped? That's my joystick. Pretty annoying. We have to keep rolling it until we get some control over it. I like to have it round about there. So now we can turn off the AC and PTU. Off. Off. And continuous ignition is off. It's a dry runway, so we don't need it on. Engine anti-ice, all on. Heaters are switched off. Heat, 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 heat. Everything is off. Wing ice, so heaters are off. Anti-ice are off. Engine air switches are off. These, they are off. Flight deck emergency. Arm. Flight annunciators.
Boarding is complete.
Boarding is complete. Flight annunciators tested. We'll have to sit down here to do that. Extinguish that one and yeah, it's there. All 8s.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
This is the checking that there aren't any cracks on the displays. Align the gyro. Done. Clock, set the clock. We did that before. Heading flag is not in view. Standby compass. It's not dripping any alcohol. Standby altimeter. We'll set the QNF to the altitude. And I'll do that by just pressing B. I think it's comma for standard on 2024, but I've changed it to B because my memory is not too good. Anyway, heading switch. If it's ensure normal. Yeah, that's we should open all these guards. Check that they are set where they are supposed to be, but as I said before, we can't do everything because we'll be sitting here until tomorrow. Condition. No, this is the mail altimeter. Clock is set. This is for the co-pilot. For the first officer, depending on where you are flying. DBI check out indicator. This is although something we need to be checking. It's around 0 degrees Celsius outside. Today avionics fan as required. So fan 2, and this is for even day. This is something we should change here too. This one, yeah, so we have fan 2. No, that's only on that side. Oil indicators, the condition is okay. FADEC full indicator is out. Flap indicator, low spoilers indicators, manipulator is buttons here, autopilot, And this I don't do because it will take all day. CVR, that's the cockpit voice recorder. We'll just don't do that test either. We can do that one. So 1, 2, 3.
Glide
Release.
slope. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
So today we won't use the radar or the radio. So we'll just ignore that. Set SEER int and int volume. So we'll remove this one here. So we have int volume on max. SEER int on max so we can hear what people are saying to us. Transponder will set it to we can do the brake test. Is set. Oxygen main valve. Oxygen masks.
Cabin is secured.
Thank you. So we have oxygen in our mask at least. Before engine start, brakes. We have parking brakes and we have the pressure is decreasing, so which it is, so we'll pump it up a little bit more. Okay. Okay. And yellow. Hydraulics all off. What is that? Take a peekaboo. Yeah. So off, 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 off. Yes. Fuel panel. We'll check that we have fuel. We have fuel. Pressurization for the runway where we're going. That's 85 feet, so we set it at 100. Ice detect on. Lights and notices. Okay, switch on any required lights. So we'll turn on the beacon because now we're going to start the engine. You can turn on the logo lights so people outside can see that, hey, this is now a hot aircraft. Set air conditioning panel as required. Set the APU air to switch to off. Unless conditioning from APU, engine air switches to off, flight aid off. So we'll leave that on then. Fasten the seat belt, signs on. Also, no smoking. Fuel is correct. Oil is, the former was oil, now fuel. Altimeters, we have set that, moved. Yeah, and that's the middle position. Speed bugs. Yes. Okay, now here's the thing with this thing. Here we will not do toga. We will do reduced. And if I set it to, let's see what happens if we set it here. So temperature, we'll do 20 degrees. So we'll trick the computer to think it's 20 degrees plus outside, but it's only 0. We'll see what happens. I've actually tried to find a more thorough explanation and some sort of chart for how to set reduced temperatures for taking off and so on, but I haven't found any good information yet, so we'll just try 20 degrees today. VVAN, we won 119er, V plus, that's VT, also we are 119er, and VFTO 169. I need to find more information on this. IROs are aligned, so the lights should be out. We're here. They are. No orange lights. Doors and equipment closed and remove. And now we will go for engine start. So we'll remove the chocks, and before we start the engines we will do a pushback. We'll lock the flight deck door. No baddies coming in trying to fly the aircraft. For an APU generator start, set the APU generator to on and the external AC to off. So off, and we've started to do both pack switches on the switch must be off. So the packs is off, and yeah, bacon is on, and engine anti-air and anti-ice is on. AC pump is off. AC pump is off. Fuel pumps are on. Okay. So far, so good. Let's do the pushback. And we use the built-in pushback system here. Please. Connect. Oh, I have the parking brake on. That's not nice of me. That's good enough. You. Disconnect. Parking brake on. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Ah. Where am I? Ooh. Okay, over here. Fuel pumps on. Book. 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 Start power. Switch the start power to norm. It's set on norm. Start master on. Start. Select engine 4. And now we need to be sitting a little bit better here so we can see what we are doing. Okay, here's the thing. We need to get to Okay, so what we're looking for is 10% N1, and then we'll introduce fuel to the mix, and the engine should kick igång. Should start. So engine start switched to start. We're looking for N110. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Introduce fuel. So we're ready to start engine 3. Same procedure. Start. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fuel. While we wait, we can click our way through all this. Engine 2. Wait for the start sequence to be done. Yes, 1, 2, and Start. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof. 2, 3. That will do. Engine 1. Engine 1. Start. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Set start power to norm. Master switch to off. Off. And engine anti-ice as required. We'll leave them on because it's cold outside. Generators on. We need generators generating. Okay. And we can check all 3 generators are generating electricity. Brake fans on auto. Hydraulics. Switch on engine 2 pump. Confirm 3000 psi. Yes, we have. Switch on engine 3 pump. Confirm 3000 psi. Yes. Set AC pump to auto. And auto and PTU on. Heaters on. These ones 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Animal by bay heat if we have live animal on board. Well, I don't know, so let's turn that thing on in case we have some or further thing down there. APU. It's available. We will use it. Packs. Use either APU air engine or air for air conditioning. Douche. Use either APU air engine for conditioning. Pack 1, 2. Doors and windows are closed. Shocks are removed. Transponder we've set, just as we're not using ATC today, we just set it to something. Before takeoff, brakes. Confirm yellow. Yellow. Flaps for takeoff. Today is flaps 18. Did I pull it too far? No. See, flaps 18. Flight instrument checked. Okay. We can start taxiing now, I think. We can all do all the other things on the way. No, let's do it here. So flight directors on first mine, then this other person's trims, set, config. We'll do the config button when we're at the runway. Nav aids and transponders set, briefing, speeds. Okay, so we will do 169. Indian mission. There's no standing water on the runway, so we don't need that. Cabins, Colburn and whatever. We do that.
Cabin crew, please take your seat for takeoff.
Please take your seat for takeoff. Okay. Taxi lights on. Parking brake off. Here we would be talking a lot on the radio and doing all that stuff, but we'll skip that today because I'm the only one here and it's too much for me to handle everything. This is like the 5th time I do this. 5th or 6th time I do this flight, and I have done it with the A to C on, and it's just too high a workload for me, at least. Some extra light, no flood sill. That's good. Tests we didn't do before. Yep. All throttle. Take forever. Let's increase the speed a little bit. weather. We'll turn this down to... Whoop! Time to brake. As I said before, this is a two-person. Line up here. And then we'll check that everything is the way it should be. So we press the config check button. No alarms, that's good. Trim set, flap set. Landing lights on. Strobe on. Whew. This is the hard part. Okay. Let's line up. We will consider the wind coming from the right. Right. Okay. So we'll set heading to runway heading. Be 0. Aircraft nose heading. Okay. We'll set our first altitude is, so our first altitude is, now we're up here. So our first above 900 there, but we'll be there. Okay, so we'll just go directly to... I know that if I used ATC here, they would say go to 5000 and then anticipate flight level to 5, but we'll do flight level to 5. Ah! 6, 7, 8, 9, to 5. Directly after takeoff we will do vertical nav. No, not vertical. Level change. Lateral nav and autopilot. Okay. Duk, duk, duk. Here is where all the mistakes tends to pile up. Everybody ready? Thrust level 50%, 80%.
Check thrust.
Check thrust.
Thrust set.
Thrust set.
Airspeed alive. Knots. Go. Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive climb. Gear up select.
Gear up.
Gear up, lights out. Speed checked, flaps 0.
Flap 0. Speed 250. Below 10,000 feet. Okay, checklist. Weather radar is slow on out throttle as required. Controls is all done after takeoff. Landing gears up. Flaps is up. Good. To climb. Engine air is on. Switch off all engine airs. 1, 2, 3, 4. APU air off. Packs 1 and 2 is on. Climb. Altimeters as required. We'll set standard. Click there, just really click the button there, standard. PTU off. Stop the APU. Okay. We'll let the crew do safety briefing first. Give them a couple of minutes before we turn off the seatbelt sign. No ice warning. Okay. Okay. We are at 10,000 feet. Switch off the landing lights. Can leave the logo light on, and now we'll increase the speed to 280. Check, we're still on level change. we're still on lever and nav, and autopilot is on. Everything is good. Everybody's happy. Ice detector. So we do the ice. There's the ice detection warning. I'm wondering, okay. We'll leave the anti-ice on because it's a lot of moisture in the air. It's cold outside, so pressurization is working fine. Yep. We'll take a sneak peek outside. Here we are. Better over here. Island. This is small hotel. This is no point in having the logo lights on. Off. Let's set our ILS radio navigation and everything like that. We will pop this one up. ILS stabilizer. 110.1. do the same on this side. 0, 1, 1. That's a radio frequency for the ILS, and now we set the course, it's 250. 250. Just to be totally sure, we will do this. 3 knots, 2 degrees, runway 26. Anyway, 26 11011. Elevation 129 feet. Yeah, so we have set the old landing altitude, landing 100 for the pressurization. Okay. So landing altitude with 350, 330. It's around on there, and the radio altitude to 200. Okay. Now it's the weather. Weather is not weathering. That's good. Kind of like that. A little bit cold. Trying to get the temperature up in the cabin. Just a little bit. So I can go. That's annunciator 4, but we have 1,000 feet left until we are at cruise or cruise altitude. Or the set altitude, I should say, not cruise altitude, what we have set on the MCU here. 5. I have some. That view. No. Okay. It's this thing again. So we'll prep this one for landing. It's a bit hard to see here, but so we will do landing flaps. So we'll do V113. No, sorry. This one 113. And this one 66. This is if we need to go around. So 113 plus 8 plus 5 is, let's go around, that's 1. I need to check my notes here. TO plus 10. Okay. So there is you can download from Just Flight manual for this aircraft. There are 3 of them, and there are, I think, a total of 300 pages plus. And I've read some of it, but I don't have the time to do the hardcore studying of this, even though it's really fun to learn about all the systems. So we have a route discontinuity. ESGG anyway. That one. Hope everything stays the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, we have the top of the sun where it's supposed to be. I'm changing the range here. Here I can change what I want to see on the display. Comparing to stuff, but we want the VORs for the ILS landing. That didn't go too well the last time I flew. Just hoping for it to be working. Also, there might be some stuttering while landing, and it may screw everything up for us, but that's a chance we have to take with this iteration of the flight sim. I'm flying with the update SU3, and I'm waiting eagerly for the SU4 because they have said that at least some of the stuttering is supposed to be gone or resolved. We'll see about that. So to make this work somewhat, as I told at the beginning, I have downloaded this aircraft onto my Xbox hard drive, and I have also downloaded like the Nordic countries and all the airports that are provided. Among those are Arlanda Airport, so that brings the stuttering, for me at least, down to a minimum. If not completely, not all the way, but at least down to a fairly acceptable level. Last time I landed at Arlanda, I had some problems with stuttering and locked view on rollout. We'll see how it goes today. Right. Let's review what we are supposed to do on the sun. We are doing the PTU on, the pressurization, that's okay, landing data, all these things. So the only thing that I have to do is the PTU because I've done all the other things. Then on approach, we have to set the altimeters, positive seatbelt, PTU. This is also getting a little bit hungry. Okay. And the altitudes. So we are coming from here. We want to be at SA 911. We want to be at flight level 100, but so what we'll do is when we reach top of descent here, the green TD, we'll start our descent with vertical speed, that button there. We'll set it to 2000 feet per minute, and we'll see where the green arc stands, where it will put us. I'll show you later. Also, we can see here that we have 20 miles, multiple miles until 2%. Get some table. You can also see that we have the indicated speed has changed to Mach, so 1.7. That happened way before we were climbing. Let's zoom in a little bit more. That's good enough. That one. We have also have the memory items right here for descent approach. So we can take a sneak peek there if we want to. Now we're getting into some clouds here, so we'll if you ever read any of the books from Ernst K. Gann, you will know that ice is not something you want to ignore. Top of the sound, 4.5, 1.3. When our little aircraft symbol reaches the TD, it will disappear, and then we'll set vertical speed to minus 2000. So that is what we'll check for now. Oop. Vertical speed. No, we need to set the altitude first, so 10,000 feet. We are aiming for 10,000 feet, vertical speed, minus 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2,000. The engines are spooling down. We'll keep an eye on the speed. Maybe sometimes we need to do some of the put out the air brakes to help out. PTU on. Okay. And I'm thinking that this can be a little bit bumpy. So we want to be at 10,000 or above. Let's turn on the fasten seatbelt sign. Here you have the green arc. So at SA911, we need 9011. We want to be at flight level 100 or above. And then we need to be at flight level 80 or above, or 5,000 or above. So let's do climb a little bit steeper. See how it changes to 2,300. I think this is a good way to start. We'll set the whoa heading to our current heading. Good practice to do that. Or actually our next. There we go. Okay, what's next on the... So we did done the PTU, the pressurization, the breaching, the landing data, approach, where we have the... At 18,000 feet we will change the pressure to the local pressure. Fasten seatbelt is on. Okay. Now we'll change the altimeter to local. It's 1,003 millibars. Whew. Okay. So the fuel pumps are still on, so that's okay. We will be at 10,000 feet. So at if we do flight level 80, so 8,000 feet at SA491. We need to zoom in. As we can't see what we're doing. So 10,000 or above here, so we can't go below. 10,000 feet here. We might as well turn on the landing lights. We can turn on the logo lights too. Managed to make the cabin colder somehow. Passing. So next altitude is 8,000. Or above. So we will be at 8,000 here. Adjust our vertical speed, so we'll pause. There we go. Okay, so now we passed 8,000, so about 5,000. So about that. 7, 6, 5,000 feet. Oh, at the speed we're way too fast. 110. No, 210. Sorry. Ooh. And we'll use some air brakes to reduce the speed. Turn off the icing. We'll leave the icing on for the engines. We can turn on the APU. Fuel pumps are down. Very cool. Okay. So air off.
Cabin is secure.
Where is the IRS? Okay. 5,500. Because we want to be at 2,500 here. plus 10. So 1776. 176. I think it's good. One 6 is plus 10, so that's 676. The localizer.
Localizer captured.
Localizer captured. Okay, good.
Speed checked. Flaps 80.
Flaps 80. Set speed 160.
Speed checked. Gear down.
Gear down.
Glide slope aligned.
Approach. Glide slope aligned.
Glide slope captured.
1, 2, 3. Plus 5 is 1 to 8.
Speed checked. Flaps 24.
Flaps 24. Okay. And then is plus 5, so 113 plus 5 is 118. Now we have the final approach speed. Need more air brake. As long as you see I have air brakes, you can see this, the white thing here. And the ice is on. Cabin, steady approach.
Speed checked. Flaps 33.
Flaps 33. Check the flaps gauge here while anti-ice is off. Okay. We have the glide slope. We actually have Cat 3 auto land, but we will not do that because I don't know how to do that. I need to read up on that. So flaps, APU, air, everything is where it's supposed to be. Landing lights. Okay.
1,000.
Okay, so we'll turn off the throttle and pilot. Here we go.
500. Minimums. $100.
Threshold. Speed brakes is out.
50.
Okay.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Ground iron. Spoilers, yellow and green. Brake pressure checked.
Fast landing, but hey, not the worst either.
$60 knots.
See, we have the stutter. Well, we managed to get all this way. Now we have to do some household items before we continue. Okay. Let's turn on the parking brake. And then... Okay, so... Air brake. Flaps. Up. And... Let's see. So, landing gear, brakes, lights. We can set exit lights. We don't need that now, but we can turn off the strobes. We don't blind the people on the ground. Flaps, cabin. We've done that. APU air, airbags, nose with steering. Off. Flaps, lights, strobes, taxi lights. Look, look. Approach weather radar, standby. We don't want to fry the ground crew. Boop-de boop. Transponder. Set it to standby. Engine anti-ice all off. Air conditioning. We'll just use the pack. We'll just use pack 2. Okay, let's taxi to our gate. Where should that be? This is me planning. Ah, sorry. Wrong. So we are... Where are we? 1.26. Are we here? Ah! We'll just taxi to someplace nice. Okay, that's the arrival. Okay. I think we are. Okay, parking brake. Yep, so we'll do, I think we'll go into this area here, PRF. Park here. Ah, stutter. Okay. Parking brake. Set. Okay. Checklist. Right. Post flight. Shut down. So brakes. What we do? Yep. Taxi exit lights off. We didn't use the exit lights, so we'll just turn on taxi light. Pressurization confirm equalized, and that's cabin altitude for 100. That's fine. Hydraulics all off. Off. Generator 1 and 4 switches to off reset. Thrust levers, smooths and fuel off position. Clunk. Okay. The clunk. Okay, I don't have it. Clunk.
Cabin crew, door manuals unsuspect.
Okay, so now the cabin crew can go around telling people that they can soon depart. Okay, we'll pull up this one so we don't get erroneous warnings. Fasten seatbelts off. People are now jostling for position. Seatbelts off. Brakes. Did we do something stupid with the brakes? No. Well, we were a little bit hard braking, but that's okay. Fuel pumps. Outer. Switch off inner and outer. Pumps and yeah. No, we need and the eyes on. Why? Okay. Heaters are all off. Do. Eyes detect off. Should we release the passengers now that the engines are off? Yes. Bacon. Whoops. Bacon off. Air conditioning as required. We'll leave the pack on. Transponder to standby, doors and equipment. Okay, here we go. Shocks. So we'll start deboarding. Off they go! And while they are doing that, we can unlock the... Oh. Door. Oxygen main valve off. IRS off. We need to pull it up and push it down. Pull it up, turn it, push it down. Yeah, Fizz Master. Okay. Yeah, Fizz Master off. All master switches to off. And tomorrow with brake fans off. Lift spoilers, anti-skid off. Cabin emergency light off. Yep, turn off the cabin emergency light off. Packs off. APU air off. Momentarily press the APU overspeed test button. Okay, so I'll need to do Shift 8. Oh. Okay. Fuel pumps off. They are off already. Galley shed switch to shed. APU generator to off. Lights off. Off. Batteries one and off. Okay. Ground tests. No, no, no. No, 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 no. And we'll skip this. Ah, this is the ground test before. You see, we will be sitting forever if we don't want to do this test for the fire loops and everything. Oh, did you? Okay. I'm still hearing people getting off the aircraft. Hello. Unlock. Yeah, can I open the door? This may crash the sim. No, I can't open the door. Well, I can see the door is open anyway. 15 people left. Somebody forgot their headphones. They can't find their AirPods. They are between the seats. Somebody have to go for it again. DVD. They're complaining about the air because they turned off the air conditioning. Okay. Yeah, I turned off the interior cabin because state saving. Don't want that. Interior cabin. Yeah, because it takes a lot of the CPU memory for the system here. What else can we do? We have map. Yeah, we have a handy map where we can see where we are at outside Märsta. We have charge from oof, I can't remember what it's called now. We have the aircraft. This is this one. Notes, anterior notes here. That's kind of handy. I need to do that. Checklists. So we have all the checklists here. Also, but it's easier to have them here because otherwise I have to look at this all the time. Okay, I made a mistake. It's hard to get the doors closed. So we look at the doors closing. We can do that. Ooh, whoop. Okay, are you ready? Bonus material coming up. Plunk. Padunk. Yep. Okay. Everybody's out. Everybody's happy. I love this aircraft. Or love is maybe too strong a statement, but I really do like it. Like the flight. Right, 136 minutes in. If you've stayed this long, I mean, you're a super fan. Thank you for watching, and